Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is Kulo here. So, we're finally getting that nerf and the buffs on the May 20th. We were so excited. Oh my god, we know which card is going to get nerfed for sure. Oh my god, we definitely know which one is going to get nerfed. Oh my god, my pick is super solid. It's 100% going to be Leod or the Ivory Sword. Anywho, let's check it out. So here it is. We have the changes to cards from Shadowverse. It's the news that we got, I think it was yesterday, but let's just check it out. If you guys haven't checked it out, we're getting one change for one card. Okay, so greetings Shadowverse fans. In the May 20th release, we'll be making a change to one card. This is an explanation of what we're changing and why. Okay, so what is changing? Obviously, it's going to be Leo. The stats for Korwa Ravishing Designer will be increased. So it's going to be a 5 cost 5/5 from a 5 cost 4/4. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted for sure. I mean, everyone was talking about how Korwa needs a buff, and the Leod was totally fine. It was all good. I mean, it's not a threat or anything. It was Korwa that needed a buff for sure. And I'm sure all the devs that play Shadowverse, they know what they're doing, right? I mean, like, Leod is definitely not a problem, guys. Like, no, not at all. Okay, so the current game environment. We've gone over high ranking match data for early May in the rotation, unlimited formats, and found the game environment to be diverse, with no deck archetype in particular holding an overwhelming win or uses rate. Also, according to our data, we found that in rotation, players going first had win rates of 51.8% compared with 51.3% in early March. Across all deck archetypes, while in unlimited, players going first had 53.5% compared with 52.5% in early March. From our look at the match data for rotation, we noticed that the usage rate for Force Craft is lower in comparison with the other classes. We've therefore decided to strengthen one card. We believe this change will further diversify the rotation game environment. I mean, I understand we are going to get that mini expansion soon. So that's definitely going to be changing the meta. It's going to shake the meta for sure. And who knows, we might be getting like a neutral card that's going to be like killing Leods and the Ivory Swords and such, right? Like we might just get an even stronger card, a way more power creep card. But who knows? But here, like, we've gone over high ranking match data for early May in the rotation and unlimited format. Like, let's just say, like, you know, if there's 100 people playing, like, out of 100 people, like, let's just say 80 people are playing swords or something, say, right? And yeah, if you play against sword for sword, there's gonna be one loser and there's gonna be one winner, obviously, right? And it's just like, what? Like, I don't understand how they're trying to balance this, you know? Like, obviously, at the moment, sword is overwhelming. And I am seeing a lot, like, increase in Holy Alliance as well. But let's just, like, check this out for a second. You know how I showed you guys the JCG Shadowverse Open 9th season for Volume 30? And the pools consisted of, say, 3% Elves, 86% Royals, 3% Runecats, 6% Dragons, 19% Shadowcraft, 19% Bloodcraft, 58.98% for Havencrafts, and 3.5% for Portals. And for the finals, right, the top 16s, I think it was, the Elf usage was 0%. Royal was at 93.75%, Witch is at 0% as well, Dragoncraft is 0%, Shadowcraft 0%, Bloodcraft 6.25%, Havencraft 93.75%, and Portercraft 6.25. So there was this one person that was playing Bloodcraft and Portercraft, and rest of the other people were playing Royals and Havencraft. So is that balanced to you guys? I understand this is the like tournament and such, right? But let's just fine, like, you know, this is a tournament. Let's just check the Shadowverse Open 8th season, right? So this is the previous season. So let's just see here. So we got the Elves at 6%, Royals at 23%, Witch at 25%, Dragons at 56%, Shadowcraft at 7.4%, Bloodcraft, wow, no one really used Bloodcraft, eh? 0.39. Havencraft's at 45.7, and Portercraft's at 35%. And the finals, we got Elf 0%, Royals 12%, and such, right? But anywho, what I want to say here is it's looking a lot more diversified than this. Like, what is this? This is a two-way pie graph. Then, like, how is this freaking balanced, guys? I really don't understand. It looks good. It looks symmetrical. It looks awesome, actually. But that's not what we want. This is what we want more, for sure. Like, yes. Which one? What color is that? Wow. Shadowcraft was really low. But I think Shadowcraft right now is really strong as well with Arcus and such, right? Like, it's strong. So is it balanced? I don't think so. I really think like suppressing Leod would have been a really fine choice, or the Ivory Sword, but you know what? Let's just wait. Let's just wait till the mid expansion comes, because that might shake the meta. It might. Who knows? Like, it totally shook the meta last time. I hate mini expansions, but you know what? We'll just have to give in. We'll just have to give in. But anywho, what I wanted to do today was I wanted to talk about this, and I also wanted to talk about some cards that could fix and break that I thought about. Okay, the first one we were talking about was the Korwa. Well, the devs pretty much changed it, so we don't really have to change it, but I feel like the Korwa that the Reddits made was way better, to be completely honest. Like, if I saw that Korwa, I would have been like, yes, this is a buff for sure. But anywho, it's a 1-cost 1/1. That's what we want. Do you guys remember Tia? We had a 1-cost 1/1 that no one freaking uses. I mean, we might see some use in later after this expansion or something, but this is really interesting as well. So it's a 1-cost 1/1, fanfare, enhance 5, gain +3/+3, and give your leader the following effect: at the start of your turn, put a fill into your hand, put 2 fills into your hand instead if at least 4 damage. You know what goes on, right? And then fanfare, enhance 8, put 2 fills into your hand again. You know, this is the same thing as the Korwa that we have, but it's a 1-cost 1/1, which means that Lisa can tutor this card. So I think that's a really, really strong effect. And I guess the evolve effect is different as well. Yeah, I don't think she had an evolve effect, so that would be really interesting if she could also have a put a fill into your hand. That's really nice. A 1-cost 1/1 is way better than a 5-cost 5/5, in my opinion. But we'll just see. 5-cost 5/5 is still really good. It's a good stat for sure. But I don't know. 1-cost 1/1 seems a lot better, in my opinion. Okay, so the next one that we got is Roll 9 Omen of Silence. So you guys know this card? No one uses this card. I mean, it's going to be rotating out in about like expansion or 2 or so, right? But then it's a 3-cost 3/3, Fanfare, Necromancy 3. Until the start of your next turn, spells in your opponent's hand cost 3 more play points. So on paper, this card was really good, because if you guys remember this card called Loatheb in Hearthstone, it was used all the freaking time. It was 5-cost 5/5, and then I think it had like a battlecry effect, I guess, and it just increases your opponent's hand cost by 5, I think it was. And it was really good. But then the thing was, even if they drew cards to the opponent, those cards were affected as well. But in Shadowverse, those cards do not get affected. So say if you put like a Holy Lion out or something, if the opponent puts a Holy Lion out and you get another Holy Lion, that card does not increase. It just stays as its original cost. So there was definitely a flaw in this card, and you know what, I'm completely going to be changing it. So this is going to be the card that I think would be nice. So it's a 3-cost 3/3, ambush, enhance 5, evolve this follower, and once it evolves, it still has ambush. Both leaders will gain effect. Fanfare abilities won't be triggered until Runai leaves play. So if you guys ever remember that card Elta, it was a pretty old card, maybe like 3 or 4 expansions ago, but I kind of liked it. It was a 2-cost 2/2. It was a fanfare, and here, let's just find it here. Elta. So this card right here, the Wandering Bard Elta. So once you evolve it, give both leaders the following effect: fanfare effects will not activate. I thought this effect was really interesting. Some people, it just gets them off guard. They don't read the cards and they're like, bam, fanfare. Wait, what? And it's quiet. It's so it's like, whoops, you know, like you hear that, like the silence. So I felt like that ability would have been perfect for Rule 9. So it's an ambush, right? So if you don't really attack with it, it'll just be an ambush, right? So that's the thing. You don't really want to attack with it. You just want to keep it on your board. And I feel like that would just open up a lot more, maybe like Shadowverse decks and such, right? I mean, sorry, not Shadowverse, Shadowcraft decks, or it could break Shadowcraft. Because, well, like, I don't know, like, this would kind of ruin Arcus for sure. If you have this out, you can't really put out Arcus because that's a fanfare effect. So you would have to make a Rule 9 deck, and I feel like that would be really interesting. It would diversify a bit. So, fix or break, what do you guys think? Alright, so the next card that we got here is this one. 4-cost 1/3 Licorice, Poisoner Princess. It's a 4-cost 1/3 Bane. Fanfare, give another allied follower Bane. Bane, and then, you know, once it evolves, it becomes a 3/5 Bane. Evolve, give +0/+1 to all allied followers with Bane. Pretty interesting card, I think, but the stats, 4-cost 1/3. Like, what the hell is that? At 4 cost, you would pretty much want at least a 3/4 stat. Like, at least 7 stats in it. This is only 4. I mean, I understand it's getting Bane and such, and you're giving another ally follower Bane, but that's conditional as well because you would need another follower on the board, and that's really hard in a Shadowverse meta. Whenever you see a minion on the board, you would instantly delete it, kill it, destroy it, right? You won't leave any minions on the board unless you would have to. And I feel like this card right here would be really interesting if it had a buff. Okay, so this is the buff I had here. So before we talk about the buff, there was a card for Bloodcraft. It was a 3-cost 1/5. Here it is. It's the Endearing Succubus Lilith. It's a 3-cost 1/5. Like, the stats there for 3 cost, hella good, really strong. 1/5. There was a 2-cost 1/4 and such, but 3-cost 1/5. I really liked the stats, and I like, you know, kind of used her a bit, but you know what, like, no one used her. Even if she had some crazy stats like 1/5, guys, for 3 costs, no one used her. So why can't we give Licorice a 1/5? So don't look at the bottom left, but look at the top right. I changed it over there. But so it's a 4-cost 1/5 Bane. Fanfare, give another allied follower Bane. So 4-cost 1/5 I think would be okay, seriously. Yes, 3-cost 1/5 would have been a little bit too OP that has Bane, but 4-cost 1/5 is totally fine, I think. So what do you guys think about fix or break? Sorry. So what do you guys think about this? Would it fix or break? So those are 3 of my cards that I wanted to talk about today. It's really unfortunate that we're not going to be getting any buffs, or like, we're not going to be getting like a crazy buff, I guess. Like, we'll see, I guess. I don't know if Korwa was going to be like I don't know, like a meta shaker. But I really thought the Ivory Sword, seriously, this card I really thought is going to get a nerf. Or is it? This card, the Ivory Sword Dance. I started. I mean, I only have 5, but I thought it's gonna get nerfed for sure, guys. Man, it dodged. All these assumptions that we have, they always get dodged. And Cygames always comes up with like a random card to like buff up, like Corpse Woo. Do you guys remember that buff? It was a 4/4 and became like a 5/4, and we're just like, what? Yeah, that's what we wanted. I mean, like, it was a nice buff, but it really didn't do anything. It didn't do anything at all. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, guys, and hopefully you guys have a great day. Peace out.